Believe it or not, this was my very first wakeboard. I got this board back in maybe 1994, 95. And when my parents bought it for me, we actually didn't even know what wakeboarding was. It was this crazy looking contraption that we had never tried before. But we took it out to the water, and that first day I was so excited to try it, but man, I was so disappointed when I couldn't get up on it. And even after I got up on it, I just carved around and didn't really know what was possible. It wasn't until I got my first episode of Wakeboard Magazine that I saw some of the tricks and the cool maneuvers that the pros were doing. And all of a sudden my eyes were opened to this unbelievable world of possibilities that could be accomplished on a wakeboard. So how did you get into wakeboarding? Did you hear about it before you decided to try it for the first time? And then when was that moment when you caught the bug and you knew that you wanted to be a part of wakeboarding? Many of you are already hooked on the sports of wakeboarding, wake surfing, and wake skating. But chances are you weren't hooked on it from the moment you heard about it. It wasn't until you actually strapped in and tried it, until you got in the water and gave it a go, that you actually fell in love with the sport. In John 10:10, Jesus says this, "I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." Now, I can sit here and tell you all about Christianity and how my experience has been in giving me life to the full, but in the end, you're still just hearing about it. And just like wakeboarding, you're probably not gonna fall in love with it. You're not gonna experience it until you actually jump in and try it. And Christianity isn't about just following a set of rules and trying to make yourself a better person. It's about a relationship with Jesus. And that relationship can free you from the sin and the despair that we feel so often in our lives. Following Jesus is all about knowing that you are so greatly loved by the God of the universe that nothing could ever snatch you from His hand. So then the question really is, do you believe that Jesus said this, and do you believe it to be true? If so, then are you ready to strap on and dive headfirst into the life that Jesus has for you? And if you don't believe it, then what's holding you back? Maybe it's a bad experience with church. Maybe it's you think Christians are hypocritical, or maybe it's because you feel too dirty or too ashamed to approach God. And I challenge you to discuss that with someone who does have a relationship with Jesus and see where that gets you.